Welcome. Take It Up with Jessica Lee. I'm here with Subha Shetty, who is head of product at Loop Commerce, which is now part of Synchrony.
That's correct. Yes.
So we're going to talk about gifting, about e-commerce, and the exciting world that you're in.
Yeah.
Please tell us how's the e-commerce world, the gifting world.
There's a lot of changes and transitions happening. As we know, in 2018, e-commerce recorded the highest volume ever in terms of 6 to 8 trillion transactions, worth of transactions, if you may. So it's a growing market and a growing industry, but it's also an industry that's ripe for change. And there are various companies trying a lot in terms of data and personalization, in terms of the next innovation for e-commerce. What we do at Loop is truly what we believe is an innovation, and the next innovation, don't take my word for it, you can read whatever you want in terms of the articles that are out there, but it's called G-commerce, which is gifting commerce. Shopping for yourself is hard enough, but you imagine shopping for others is even harder.
Yes, definitely.
So what are the chances that I will know exactly your size and your color preference and your shipping address for me to be able to get a gift to you?
Right.
That's where Loop Commerce comes in, and we want to solve that because very quickly we digitize all merchandise for retailers. We enable an omni-channel experience, obviously on the mobile phone too, and I can quickly send you a gift and you can have a beautiful recipient experience with all the confetti, the bow, and everything that replicates a beautiful box opening experience. But you also then quickly have the option to choose your size, your color, and ship it to yourself. So what are the chances of you returning it or exchanging it? 0. So retailers love it. So that's what we want to do for all retailers, to be able to enable their consumers to have a delightful experience shopping for not only themselves, but shopping for others.
Right.
And we also do gift cards. We also do corporate gifting, social commerce. We want to be where the Facebooks and the Instagrams are to enable very quick delivery of gifts and contextual personalized gifts at that point of time when you're looking at somebody's birthday or anniversary. So we're all about gifting online, and we want to remove all the barriers for shopping for others online.
That sounds awesome. I really like that because it's true. I mean, going to find a gift is a challenge, and there's so many opportunities to give Mother's Day and birthdays and all kinds of opportunities. And now you're enabling me to have a much more convenient experience. So that means that I'm more willing to do those transactions.
Absolutely.
It's not painful.
Absolutely. And if you think gifting is an evergreen occasion, there is obviously the milestones like Mother's Day and the Father's Day. There's obviously the holiday gifting season. But birthdays are evergreen. In fact, there is research that actually says there are 29 gifting occasions in a year for any given individual.
Right, okay.
So we want to be there and make those 29 occasions easy, seamless, delightful, not only for the sender, but also for the recipient in terms of actually receiving it.
So is it just an app I download, and then every time there's an opportunity to give something, I open up the app and use that?
It's interesting. We decided to not take the app approach. That is something that would have been the more convenient way to think about what we wanted to do, because everybody is doing an app or an independent standalone solution. What we want to do is to seamlessly be where you're already shopping. So in a retailer's website, when you're searching, when you're on Facebook or Instagram looking at a birthday or an anniversary reminder, we have the groundbreaking technology that allows us to seamlessly blend into all of these various areas and context where you're already there shopping, and we want to then enable a seamless gifting experience for you.
Yes, I mean, I would agree. If I'm already loyal and I go there because I want to shop with that store, right? But I think there's also a demand for just having that app where I can go in and quickly, because I can give that person the opportunity to shop at any e-commerce site.
And I hear you. And we have many opportunities coming up that we are going to roll out in terms of independent gifting opportunities, whether it's a destination site, whether it's a mobile app. We're tinkering with all of this. Right now, our focus is enabling these retailers who have access to these inventory to help them be successful by giving them a seamless way for their consumers to shop for gifts on their website. So that's our primary focus right now.
Okay. I know you're head of product, so this is going to be a lot of excitement on the roadmap for you, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Tell us about Synchrony, because now you're part of a bigger family, a lot more power behind what you can do.
Absolutely. So, I really feel this is the best of both worlds for Loop Commerce. I joined Loop Commerce 6 months ago, and the acquisition had already happened by then. And I joined Loop Commerce because it is this dynamic, vibrant startup that's looking to make a difference in the world. And in an industry like e-commerce, and for retailers that I'm very passionate about. I come from the world of eBay and working at eBay and Walmart.com. However, now with the backing of Synchrony, I feel, again, it's the best of both worlds, because we not only are this vibrant, dynamic startup that's out to change the world and have the flexibility to be able to innovate, but because of Synchrony, we have incredible financial stability. We have fantastic employee benefits. I mean, I don't know the last time I had a charitable donation match, for instance. So it's a great, and we also have resources that Synchrony is bringing to bear in terms of strategic and operational for us to truly achieve our mission of changing gifting and G-commerce throughout the world. And so I think it's truly the best of both worlds in terms of not only working for a vibrant company and a startup, but having that incredible financial security and stability that Synchrony is able to offer us.
So some people might not know, but Synchrony is a massive financial technology company.
Yes, Synchrony is a multi-billion-dollar, the world's largest store retail credit and credit card program. So if you're on Amazon shopping, I'm sure all of you would have seen the Amazon credit card, which if you sign up for, you'll get a discount per se. Synchrony actually is responsible for that. Synchrony does that for Amazon, for
right. So like white label credit cards.
Yes, white label credit cards, store credits, financing options. So Synchrony does all of that.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about maybe some challenges.
Okay.
Yes, and how you've solved them.
Are you talking professionally, personally, mix of both?
Well, right now we're talking about the product that you're trying to solve. Well, there's a huge opportunity.
Absolutely.
You're bringing a solution that doesn't exist right now at the level that you're talking about. But it's not easy to just execute according to the vision and everything goes smoothly, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the biggest challenges that we face, and the way I look at challenges is not as a challenge per se, but as an opportunity for us to be able to do better. So I think the two biggest opportunities in front of us is to be able to truly realize our mission with the kind of awareness that we need from both a business and a retailer standpoint and a consumer standpoint. I mean, before we spoke, what are the chances that you knew about Loop or Gift Now?
Yes.
There wasn't we had to have the conversation. And we want to be as ubiquitous as the Ubers and the Twitters of the world. And that requires a certain level of awareness and breadth in terms of what we want to achieve. So we're definitely working on that, not just from a product standpoint, but from a marketing standpoint. And that's one of the other advantages of having Synchrony, to be able to bring those resources to bear. The second is just finding the right talent to be able to execute on the big mission and the vision that we have in front of us. For me, hiring is an everyday challenge. And, but with Synchrony, we have, again, the resources for us to be able to do what we want to do. But it is a challenge day to day in terms of finding the right talent, engaging them, hiring them, retaining them, motivating them. That's a challenge, I guess, any product leader faces, but just more so in my case, in terms of the fact that our company is new and not as well known as probably some of the other, startups in the Bay Area.
How big is your team right now?
My team is approximately half a dozen people, but it will probably be about 10 by the end of the year.
Okay, so you're recruiting.
Actively.
So
if you're out there and if you're a product manager or a designer at any level.
And you like e-commerce.
And you like e-commerce and want to be a part of a game-changing company called Loop Commerce that's creating gifting commerce, please talk to me, and would love to talk back to you.
I want to talk about your other interests beyond just this company. I know you do a lot of investing and mentoring. You're on the boards of some startups.
Yeah.
That's also an area that gives you the opportunity to give back, but also receive a lot of value in the interaction.
Absolutely, and you're absolutely right, Jessica. So a few years ago, I'm very passionate about what I do from a product management standpoint. I spend a lot of time, improving my craft, working on the craft per se. And I love talking to consumers and actually working on creating a better product. And all of that, if that is attributable to a larger mission, that is the icing on the cake. And I feel like I have all of that at Loop. A few years ago, when I was in my career, doing what I do best, which is product and leading product teams and building a roadmap and working towards a vision, I felt like there was something missing in my life. And at that point of time, I sought out some advice from a very trusted mentor who gave me the very sound advice that I had this wealth of knowledge and I should try sharing it to other companies and to other people who actually need it. And I was like, are there people out there that need my advice? Am I in the place to actually offer advice? So you start, doubting yourself a little bit. But he pushed me towards it and made some connections where now I'm a part of 2 startup accelerator programs, Founders Institute and 500 Startups. And I've been with them for many, many years now. And maybe once a quarter, I spend an evening or a half day with their founders, with their cohort of founders, and helping them refine their product market fit, their product strategy, answering their product questions. And it's been the most rewarding experience for me. As you mentioned, it started off with wanting to be able to share and wanting to be able to do more than what I am doing in a regular job per se, but it has evolved into I get so much more in return. Every time I have a session with some of these founders who are so passionate and want to change the world, I come back refreshed with newer ideas, and I feel like it helps me perform my job better on a day-to-day basis.
Right, that's great, and I guess that's a good advice for those who are looking to expand their connection and their, I guess, knowledge also. It's just to get more involved in these advisory roles. Absolutely.
And I think for me, as I said, I started off doubting myself, but it's been a very rewarding experience. So my advice definitely, if anything, would be to be able to get out there and see how you can help. And there are so many incredible opportunities right now to help in the Valley.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. I think you have a great opportunity, and you're in a Silicon Valley, which means there's just so much excitement around innovation. What are the big plans you have ahead?
Part of my plan is to just do better at what I do right now, which is I want to create the best gifting product out there with my team, with my company, and hire the best team for it. And I think a part of my job, a part of my world is to be able to just do what I want to do better and the best, if you may. Another part of my job is, or life, if you may, is to be able to want to help and want to mentor and want to provide some assistance to places and areas where I feel I can be of assistance to. So in the in the startup space, which is through these startup accelerators. The third thing that I do is to actually invest in companies which I feel are groundbreaking in terms of providing access or expanding distributed access or newer e-commerce models, which the world is desperately in need of, which I truly believe will be the companies of the next century. So a part of my life is dedicated to that. And then, a lot of my work is also being a mom and being a wife and, all of that.
Being a woman in tech.
More tech, yes. Yeah, I somehow just underplay the woman sometimes, but yes, yeah.
Okay, well, it's been a pleasure talking with you, learning more about Loop Commerce, Synchrony, and all the investing activities that you do and advisory that you do. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Likewise, Jessica. Thank you so much. And congratulations for all the success with the show.
Oh, thank you so much. And we would love to have you come back to talk more about the innovation that take place once there's a lot more of that marketing push to get the name out and the gifting impact that you're making.
Absolutely. Would love that. And maybe I'll have my marketing partners also come with me and answer those questions.
Well, thanks for watching with us. Take it up with Jessica Lee, Subha Shetty from Loop Commerce.